Hello everyone! When we first found out about this year's Cast of Steel competition, the creation of a Halligan Bar, which is a forcible entry tool used by firefighters, our team was ecstatic and ready to make the best bar we possibly could. To start off our design process, we went straight to the experts on Halligan bars, the firefighters themselves. We ended up reaching out to Blacksburg Fire Department Station 1, where we not only were able to get a tour of the fire department and meet their station Dalmatian, Jasper, but we were also able to get our hands on some of their own Halligan bars they use on a day-to-day basis. Through extensive measurements and asking the firefighters themselves for what they want in a Halligan bar, we felt we were ready to design and make a bar built to their exact specifications. While the leatherhead bars that they use at BFD Station 1 were great, there's one gripe and one modification that the station made to their bars. They added just a slight curve onto the adze end to allow for a little bit more leverage for when they push it in and try to pry open the door. Additionally, we pre-installed notches along the forks and the adze end itself to give an indication to the firefighters for how deep they are within the door frame. To make the bar more comfortable in the hand, we added a hexagonal grip, which was the preferred grip for BFD Station 1. Now, with all this complex geometry at play, there was really only one option for us to make this bar. We had to go with investment casting. Now, this is a very expensive process and a very intensive process, so we would need some help on the monetary end and in order to get some guidance as to how to go forward.
Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Huffman. I am president of Dominion Metallurgical, located in Roanoke, Virginia. I'm happy to be an advisor for the Halli McHalligan team, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Not only was Paul Huffman a huge help in providing guidance and also funding for this project, but he was also able to help us run magma simulations to find out potential gating systems and also material selection. Everything was going smoothly. We ended up making a silicon mold out of the 3D model that we made, and then from there, we were able to make our wax bars in-house. Literally. Those wax bars were then taken to our foundry on campus, where they were covered in ceramic coats, and those coats were going on one by one, and they were looking great. Oh, that's up. Oh. While our gating system worked in theory, it was just far too big and bulky, and ended up cracking underneath its own weight. Fortunately for us, we made a back of the gating system, which proved to be a lot easier to handle, but we did not run any magma simulations on it, so we had no idea of its effectiveness. With only one functional gating system remaining, we decided to do what college students do best: cram. And oh boy, did we cram. 2 weeks before the deadline, a new 3D model was made with gating systems built in based off magma simulations that we were able to run. Additionally, for the ease of production of making our silicon mold, we printed out a hard shell model for the silicon mold to be made out of. Many late nights were taken to construct the silicon mold, and the wax bars it produced came out beautifully. However, despite these efforts, these wax bars could not be coated on campus, as our foundry would close during this entire next week. These bars had to be done, so we drove all the way up to Cleveland to Bross Foundry, where they were able to do our ceramic coats for us. Meanwhile, our original back of gating system was ready to be poured, and oh baby, did it pour. Our came out of the mold beautifully. And then we took the bar to Southwest Specialty Heat Treat, where they were able to heat treat our bar, and then we brought it back home to where we grinded off the gating system and then finished it off to be ready for use. Despite this bar being a success, we wanted to push through with our last model and try to make an even better iteration for us to bring to you guys.
Wednesday, March 27th, 2 days before we have to submit this. We got one bar left to make this perfect. Nice!
Let's see how she looks. There she is, done and shipped off. We had a lot of fun on this project. And us at McHalligan Face would like to shout out Blacksburg Fire Department Station 1, Bross Foundry, Southwest Specialty Heat Treat. A special shout out should also be made to Dr. Alan Druschitz, our advisor here on campus, who's able to help oversee this entire project. And a huge shout out as well to Paul Huffman, our industry advisor. We hope you enjoyed, because we sure did. We are Halligan McHalligan Face. Thank you for your time.
Attention, please. This here feels like a whole entire
Try to figure out a way that we can actually break it.
There she is.